Good afternoon. Today's the 20th of October and this is yet another very vague, not very interesting and probably quite boring vlog. This is have I bought a car for the first time in 2.5 years, part 3. We talked about the car that we might be going to see last week. Today we are on the way to the Balance Classic Car Auctions, which is at a place called Marchwood, which is on the outskirts of Southampton, and today's the day of the auction. I actually have got permission to film the auction itself, or rather like the cars that are going into the auction. The thing itself is probably quite dull. You've probably kind of seen like a car auction on video before. It can be interesting if you're in the room. Sometimes it isn't, so we will skip all that kind of stuff, and we will find out in a few moments if we've actually bought this Volvo. So here we are. This is what I've bought. 1998 Volvo C70 T5 GT, 237 horsepower. Now the car's not actually in perfect cosmetic condition, but it only costs £1,200 plus the fee, so you wouldn't really expect that, and it's very high performance for the money. So I've even got a beige leather interior with alcantara as well, and wood, and that is a working 3-disc CD changer. When I came last week, I actually tested that and it works fine. Seats seem to work fine and everything. So there's no rust on this. You wouldn't expect that from these anyway. They don't tend to rust. The bumper is, I don't know what's happened to it actually. It's either just had some bad weather or someone's actually hit something of it or something. So I'm going to make sure with this that I get some parking sensors or reversing camera or both. I don't really want to do that again. That's not my idea. I might have to pop the boot. There we go. There we go, it actually works. Perfect. So we look under here, we've actually got a spare tyre in there as well. There's all the tools. And the paint looks all original to me. I don't think this car's had any paint at all. Unusual for a car that's 24 years old. Supply and dealer prints, I think, were Squire Furneaux over at sort of Leatherhead or something. I think they were original people who supplied this car, or Kingston, something like that. Got some few scratches and marks around it. It's not perfect cosmetically at all, but I don't really mind for the amount of money I've paid for this car. I don't mind that at all, really. If you wanted to buy cosmetic perfect, you have to pay a lot more money than this. So wood steering wheel. Oh, it smells like an old Volvo, this thing. Cassette deck with the CD changer, automatic dual zone climate control. That seems to work okay actually. I'm not sure how cold it is, but it seems to work. Mileage in it's about 111,000. Bear in mind this is a Volvo white block engine, and so they just go on forever, you know, as long as they're serviced properly. Electric windows work fine. It's not a pillarless coupe, this. It's sort of semi-pillarless in a way, I suppose, because it's not got the frame on there. There's the buttons for releasing the boot and the fuel filler flap. Electric mirrors, of course. Got heated seats in here. This is an automatic version. There was a manual available as well. Glove box is nice and big. We've got some stacks of service history of this car as well. It does need a new cam belt though. Traction control is here. That I think is for the sunroof actually. That particular control is for the sunroof. Heated mirrors. I think it's got front and rear fog lamps. There's the dimmer switch for the instrument panel. It's got an info centre as well. I'll just pause a second so I can switch that on. Okay, so if I turn the lights on, there we go. So we should be able to use the info centre here by using this little dial. Maybe I have to turn the engine on, I don't know. Start her up. Little kind of tiny little sort of thing there. It's not much. I think sure that's okay. So yeah, info center. You can go through with this little thing here to your heart's content and see all sorts of information. I think the average MPG is like 29, which isn't too bad for a car like this. I'll turn the air conditioning off. Actually, I don't need it on. It's very cold. There we go. Lights and everything. That's the main lights. There we go. Yeah, so sounds normal for a white block. I'll just show you this really weird sort of eject mechanism on here. Extremely weird. Why is that not? Oh, maybe it's not on. I don't know. It was working last time I was here. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with that later. There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. This is it. There we go. Yes, that's what I wanted. That's it. That's it. That's it. This is it's really bizarre. This. There we go. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Right, let's turn her off. Don't want to waste fuel. How much fuel have we actually got? You have to get me back to Eastleigh. Right, that's fine when I come pick it up. Let's just take a pause here. So you go T5 5-cylinder engine, also known as a white block engine in Volvos, because there were 4- and 6-cylinder versions of this available as well. This one generates 237 horsepower, which is going to be terrifying through the front wheels. I'll have to make sure the traction control's on when I drive this. But yeah, it's all very good under here. There's no sort of problem with the PCV system in here or anything like that, which these do suffer from sometimes. This one seems fine. It's really a Volvo 850 or a sort of S70 or V70 underneath here, so a lot of the parts are shared with them, so it's nothing actually too complicated. It just looks a little bit different. Right, I think it's time to head off now. Lloyd Young Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. Well viewers, I'm on the way back from the classic car auction, and as you saw in the video, yes, we did buy it, and it's very, very nice. A beige leather interior with alcantara and wood. I do like a nice beige leather interior. Mr. Coleman, of course, who is an expert on 1990s Volvos, will be having a look over the car for me. I think I've identified the main issues with the car, but mainly some bodywork and the fact that the car needs a new cam belt. It also needs probably a service. The stacks of paperwork with it, which I'll show you another time. We'll be actually doing a full review on the car. I think we're going to go in no budget reviews because you can pick them up for under £1,000, which is remarkable, really, for something like that. I can't really believe it. You know, it's not the best example, but it's perfectly good for what I need it for, and very unusual colour. Apparently, that colour is quite sought after. It's more sort of me and Seabrook's taste rather than mine in some ways, but many of you love Ian Seabrook, and so do I. We don't have to have the same taste to each other, but I think it's probably more his kind of thing in some ways than mine. Unusual colour, but very, very fast. So I've got to now put the money together to get that. I've got to organise my insurance and then pick a day and go and pick it up, which will be exciting. And I hope at some point some of you will actually be able to see the car in person at some events or something. But thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. If you are on the Seat Toledo and Rover 45 V6 channel membership tiers, when you get to see these videos pretty much about the time that they're actually recorded. So, you know, those of you who are watching this about 3 weeks later, well, I mean, you kind of missed out, didn't you? Those are the advantages of having a level channel membership. You get to see what goes on more in advance. But regardless of that, you don't have to have a channel membership, and the most important thing for me is that you like the video, that you comment down below, that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Those are really more important than anything else. And it's you know, wonderful to have bought a car for the first time in 2.5 years.